Another horrendous referee decision. Heather's going to love this. The Patriots won 27-26. Oh, God, those were priceless, guys. They should do that in slow motion. That was awesome.
26.
It was great. So I believe it was on Josh Boyce was interfered with, the referees thought. There was a lot of contact within 5 yards, which, by the way, totally legal. And then when he was going to catch a touchdown pass, it was like he tried to grab Boyce's hips, the Browns defender did, but he didn't. And they just kind of called it in the end zone. And then, of course, the Patriots, Tom Brady does his thing. They score 2 touchdowns. And they win 27-26, but just a horrendous decision to throw the flag. And the reason they said is because, well, we let him get away with it within 5 yards and then a little after 5 yards, and then we just felt like we had to call it.
Yeah, that was a terrible call, and I was rooting for the Patriots. The flip side is, you apparently, like we've talked about in the past, you have to catch the ball and take it home with you. It's because then there was a bad call in the game against the Patriots where a receiver had clearly caught the ball, and they're like, no, at some point that particular football happened to touch the ground. It's in the universe. So no, incomplete. Yeah. So there are bad calls, and you got to adjust. And I was watching another game. Oh, the Seattle-San Francisco. Terrible call against Seattle, and then a terrible call against San Francisco. That's life in the big city, right? Yeah, that was a bad one. But I feel like everybody watching the game with however many minutes left, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, if you know football, you knew the Patriots were going to win. Yeah. They're going to win one way or another.
No, you had the feeling all along. Right, the run is coming.
The Patriots are who we thought they were.
Yeah, okay. and who exactly are they?
I don't know who they are.
This is the second time
they're just a lucky team at this point.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Can I scream winners loud enough? Okay.
Sure. Try.
Winners! They're winners!
Tom Brady's a winner, but it's just frustrating.
You know what? Let me just say, okay.
He's good-looking, got a hot wife, and manages to win every single football game that he shouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, although I've been disappointed in the playoffs recently. But
it's really frustrating, and this is why people hate the Patriots. They seem to get the lucky breaks. I know there are calls that went against them too, of course. But in that situation, 2 things happened. They got the onside kick, which I think was a correct call. There was a question of whether someone on the Patriots touched it or not. That's a correct call, and that's on the Browns for screwing that up. Yes. But they had the tuck rule that benefited them, that started this whole streak, and then they get bailed out. I mean, if you touch Brady below the legs, below the hips, it's a foul. If you touch him above his hips, it's a foul. I mean, there's 2 inches where you can touch the guy, and then they get this call at the end of the game, which is such a bad call, and it's obviously a bad call and so impactful. And the thing that made me mad is that I think the Patriots would have won it anyway, despite the bad call. But the bad call feeds into this mindset that the Patriots get lucky breaks, which is frustrating.
But I think they probably do. I think Heather's probably right. I think we're all right. So their winners win, and so they've done it for so long. But like Kobe and like a lot of the better players in the NBA, they also get the calls.
Yeah. Yes.
Partly because the refs think, well, subconsciously, especially because they're at home, and that affects the refs too. They think, oh, okay, then Brady must have been right.
That might affect the refs that they play at Gillette Stadium when those calls are made. But don't you feel like they always get the benefit of the doubt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's frustrating. I get that. I like the Patriots.
No, I do too.
But that's frustrating when the better players get the help when they don't need the help. Right. Right? Yeah. NBA drives me crazy with that.
Rob Gronkowski has a torn ACL. He is out for the rest of the year, obviously. Unfortunate. Can they still make a run without Rob Gronkowski? Yes.
I believe in Brady. Look, he's done it with smoke and mirrors all these years. It's amazing. He has no weapons.
The first 5 games of the season of this year, the guy had nothing.
They actually asked me to come out and try out for their team.
And?
I said no. I'm too busy. But yeah, they have no talent. But he's making Julian Edelman look like an all-pro.
Hey, Vereen's back though. Yeah. I think that was a big.
Vereen is huge.
He had 12 catches yesterday. Yeah. Huge. Can they?
Yeah. I'm going to say something really unprecedented for me. I have no idea who's going to win the AFC. I don't know who's going to the Super Bowl. So I love the Patriots overall, but they've been really disappointing in the playoffs the last couple of years.
Doesn't that speak to your point that the Broncos could make a run to the Super Bowl?
No,
because it's
they
so
can't.
because it's so open.
Here's the
No?
one
Are the
team.
Broncos going to lose in the first round of the playoffs?
No,
of their
no.
playoffs?
No, I'm not. No, they usually win the first round. I have no comment on the first round. All I know is they're not going to the Super Bowl. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you eliminate the Broncos.
We
The
lost
Chiefs'
last year.
offense isn't that great. The Patriots have floundered in the playoffs in the last couple of years, and they lost Gronkowski, which is huge. If they hadn't lost Gronkowski, I still would have said the Patriots. I mean, are the Bengals going to the Super Bowl? The Colts are floundering.
The Bengals
so I have no
Bengals
idea.
could easily
The
beat the
Bengals are
Ravens this
actually
year.
right now the
Be
most
crazy.
complete team I think in the AFC.
They're not going to this.
In terms of, I agree with you. I don't see them in the Super Bowl, but right now I think they are probably the most complete team in terms of defense and
But
offense.
prior to this game, Andy Dalton had 4 horrible games in a row where
Yes, he
everybody
did.
was questioning his ability
Very true.
at quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're the most well-rounded. I'm not.
Maybe I'm overthinking and overstating how bad the Patriots were in the playoffs the last couple of years. Maybe the Patriots do come back around and go to the Super Bowl. I mean, if I had to guess right now, I'd guess
I
Patriots.
don't think he has enough weapons. I think Gronkowski going down absolutely kills them in the red zone. Their production in the red zone went
they
up
got
by
very-
like
I feel like
40% when he came back.
Vereen almost doesn't totally make up for Gronkowski going down yesterday, but definitely helps. If Vereen was still gone and Gronk went down yesterday, then I think they'd be in a big.
Most definitely.
world
And they
of
even
hurt.
got rid of that one tight end who was
They re-signed Collie, who caught a nice pass yesterday.
re-signed Austin Collie.
Yeah, he caught a couple passes yesterday.
That guy needs to retire.
yeah, he's got to stop.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the Patriots now, and now he will be since Gronk
He
went
really,
out.
they love those small white receivers.
Austin
for them.
Collins had like 17 concussions. He's got to stop.
No,
playing.
I know.
Speaking of